Hey everyone, and welcome to an update video where I'm going to be talking about a lot of things. And I don't really have a script here, so this is probably going to be me rambling for like 20 minutes. So, buckle up. First and foremost, I want to thank all of you guys for helping me reach 1,000 subscribers. We just recently hit that milestone a few days ago, or maybe a week ago at this point. When I first started recording myself playing Maple, it was like way back in 2014, 2015? Might have been 2015. I think my first video was my Nightwalker clearing Dorothy, and I was the first one in Broa to do it, so I obviously wanted to have it on video. And I sort of just kind of kept up with recording random stuff from there, and it's spiraled into what it is today. I never really thought that I would reach a point where I had 1,000 subscribers, so this is kind of surreal, but also super cool, and I really wanted to thank all of you for sticking around with me, even though I don't make content very often, and the content I do make is mostly analytical and math-based, so it's not exactly the most, entertaining stuff, and I'm the first one to admit that. But it's super cool that we hit that milestone. Really excited for that. There might be some plans for something to celebrate. Not really sure what that something might be yet, but stay tuned, I guess. Next up on the list, we have server transfers. So I have been actually considering transferring to Bera, and I've been thinking about it a lot. I think I'm probably going to stay in Broa, just because, very few of my close friends, and basically none of my guildies except for like, I think one person has left so far. But overall, I really don't want to leave after I've been in Broa for, I've been playing since 2008, and I've always been in Broa, so it's, nearly 10 years? I think I started in January of 2008, so yeah, it's almost exactly 10 years. We're just a few months short. And, as much as I do think it would be fun to move to Bera, because, pretty much everyone from the other servers is moving to Bera, I don't really want to leave behind the friends that I've made in Broa, and, the history that I have in the server. I don't know, it's just it's more of a sentimental thing. I will admit, Broa's free market isn't exactly booming, and that's one thing that I definitely wish that we had relative to Bera, but I think I'm just going to tough it out and not switch, because I would rather stick around with friends of mine. Even though I do have friends in Bera, it's just a bit of a hard change to make. So, no plans on server transferring. I don't think I'll change my mind in the next however long, but this event does run until like October 3rd, so I guess there's still time. But I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna move. So, there's that. What else do we have on the list here? Equipment, yeah, that's a thing. Equipment. So we just had as I just got finished talking about the server transfers recently, and I've gotten a few new equips from Scania, mostly. I actually got this from a guy in Broa. I was kind of surprised to see one of these pop up. I didn't think many people did Marvel around here, but that was cool. I do have a new replacement for this. It's just not finished yet. I'm having a friend work on it for me, so hopefully that'll be done soon. None of those changed. That's the same. Same. This is a new hat. I have forsaken the cooldown reduction. I have the old one here still. For those of you who don't know, the skill cooldown potential line changed recently in the tune-up patch. Or maybe it was the patch before that. I don't remember. No, I think it was tune-up. It was definitely tune-up. So now if the base cooldown of a skill is below 10 seconds, which is all of Evan's dragon skills, like Dragon Breath is 10, but it reduces itself to 7.5 with the hyper. This is 8 reduced to 6, 8 reduced to 6. So all of Evan's relevant cooldowns are below 10 seconds. Previously, the potential line would just do minus 2 seconds for everyone, and there was like a bottom, like a base cooldown that you could reach of 5 seconds. You couldn't go below 5 seconds, but you could reach 5 seconds. So minus 2 seconds was actually really useful, just so you could maintain, what is it, Dragon Breath specifically, because they raised the cooldown on that relative to the other ones. So that's why I still had this hat, but then recently they changed it so that if the skill has less than 10 seconds of a CD to begin with, the line becomes minus 5% of the cooldown. So on an 8-second cooldown, it would be minus 0.8, no, minus 0.4 seconds. Yeah, that's right. And then if you have the Mercedes character card, which I have somewhere right here, this is also minus 5, and I believe they stack, so you would have minus 8% on an 8-second cooldown, which this basically is. So you can still reach 100% uptime on this with this hat, but I think at this point I'm probably just going to make the switch to a hat with actual stats, and I'll discuss more on why I'm doing that later. It's partly because of the nerf to the skill cooldown line, but there's another reason as well. So I'll go into that more in depth after I go over the rest of the equips. It's the same, I think. I think these are the same. I think these are in my last video. This is new. Both of these are new, actually. I got these actually I got in Broa. I didn't get these from Scania. So those are both really good. Obviously huge upgrades over my old ones. Still trying to sell my old ones. Not really having much luck with that, because as I said earlier, the free market here is not great. So these were definitely well needed upgrades. Shoes are still the same. Battleroid, that's the same. I'm probably not going to upgrade this until we get the rest of the level 200 set. That's the same. This is new. I got this from Scania. This is really nice because my old one was 21% main pot, and I didn't really want to 15 star it with, you know, only a 21% main pot, because cubing for 3 lines is, for some people it's not that bad. For me, I have awful luck and never want to do it again. So I was able to buy this. My old one's still here. You can see it's a pretty nice upgrade. Need to sell that off as well as the old hat. And then I finally got an outlaw heart to replace my old titanium heart. Also got this from Scania. So good stuff, good stuff. Upgrades all around. I think I'm almost at 445,000 int. Let's buff up here real quick. Maple Warrior. Yeah, 44.5. I think if I get that new ring in, it will bump me over 45, so that's cool. I know in my last video I said I thought I was done upgrading, but the 21% items just kind of bothered me. And with server transfers happening, it was a really convenient time to go ahead and upgrade stuff. So I went ahead and bought a few things, which is cool. Other than that, I think that's pretty much all there is for gear. As for why, the other part of why I decided to upgrade my hat to just have stats, I'm thinking it's more and more likely that I'm going to try and make the switch to Illium whenever it comes out. This is my weird segue into the next topic. Yeah, I've been slowly talking myself into switching to Ilium, mostly because I just hate Earth Dive as a skill on Evan. I really wish they would like rebalance Evan so that all of the fusion skills were like viable in a bossing situation, so then you could use like combos specific to whatever the situation was, rather than just having to force Earth Dive into everything. I think I'm honestly mostly salty that it's Earth Dive and not like Thunder Dive. Because I wouldn't care if it was like the same combo for everything if I didn't have to use Earth Dive. But here we are, using Earth Dive. And honestly, I don't know. I feel like, I don't want to say that I don't like Evan, because I do like Evan. I really enjoy the class. I just wish that it was a different fusion skill. That's all I want. And I'll be keeping my Evan's weapons, the shield and the staff, so that if they ever change Evan to make it, you know, more fun, basically, I'll have the ability to just move my equips back and, you know, not lose any progress other than like dailies for symbols, but you know, who cares about that. But yeah, Illium looks really fun. When it hit the main server, I know there were a few nerfs after the original video I made on it. I think they removed a line from one of the main attacks, and they also slowed it down significantly. But they did also add +1 attack speed, so Ilium can reach 0 in GMS. It's not really a factor in KMS, but in GMS, since we have the green pots that remove the soft cap at 2, you can reach 0, which makes a lot of classes significantly stronger than they are in KMS. And they also added a like skill linking system for Javelin and Orb on Ilium, if you guys remember what those skills were. Originally in KMS Tespia, they did not have the linking system, so the slow attacks really killed the class, according to most people. But with the ability to chain skills, the attack speed isn't as big of a detriment as it was originally. And other than the slow attacks, I think the class still looks really fun to play, and I'm looking forward to trying it. I'll still do a test run, obviously. Like, I'll try it out before I commit completely, but I'm thinking it's pretty likely that I'm going to try and make the switch. So that is why, it's the other half of the reason why I decided to go ahead and upgrade my hat. Just because obviously this one, I don't need cooldown reduction at all on Ilium. And the extra damage would be nice to have, because I'll be lacking symbols obviously for a while. So yeah, that's pretty much it for future plans. There was something else. Oh, I recently got actual internet for the first time in like 6 years. So streaming has become a possibility for the future, unlike it was previously. A lot of you probably know this, but a lot of you probably also don't. For a while my internet was really, really, really bad. I had like 15 download and 1 upload. So streaming was like not a possibility. I basically had to like destroy the quality of the stream just to make it stable. And even then it wasn't really stable. But now I have 60 download and 12 upload. So I could probably actually stream at a good quality and not constantly buffer forever, which would be great. So that might happen in the future. The problem is that I don't really know what Maple content I can stream. Not can stream, but rather want to stream, if that makes sense. Obviously, this isn't Reboot. I don't really farm ever, unless there's like 2x and I'm farming nodes or something, but there hasn't been 2x in like a month. So the amount of content that I'm interested in streaming for MapleStory is pretty small, I would say. Obviously, whenever Ilium comes out, I can stream grinding on that. I think I'm probably going to try and race to 250 on my Ilium. I don't think it'll take very long, honestly, and that's not me trying to brag. It's just like, after seeing the rates that some people get in Cavern Lower Path, this map right here, it's insane compared to what I used to train on my Evan. I honestly think that if you put in the effort I think 250 in a month is probably doable. I don't have that much free time anymore, so it would probably take me like a month and a half or 2 months, but I think if you had the time to just train like 6 hours a day or something, you could definitely hit 250 in a month. So I'm probably just going to go ahead and try to hit 250 on my Ilium as part of like the trial run. It's kind of weird to have a trial run of a class that involves me reaching 250, but I think that's also kind of a really comprehensive way to get acclimated to the class. So I don't just play it to like 200. I'm like, yeah, this is kind of fun, and then I switch, and then I'm like, well, this is not so fun in 5th job. So that's what I'm thinking, and obviously I can stream that like I said, but until then I don't really know what to stream as far as Maple goes. I might start streaming like variety games for fun. I could play a lot of classic games. I'm pretty big on Nintendo stuff, so I wouldn't mind playing a bunch of that stuff, but I know you guys probably aren't as interested in that as I am. So if you guys have any suggestions on either videos to make in the coming months or streams to do when it comes to MapleStory content, I am all ears. I'm not really sure what people are interested in seeing, and I can't come up with anything remotely interesting, at least to me. So I'm definitely all about looking for feedback as far as that stuff goes. Like if you guys want to see daily bossing, or I guess Tower of Oz, although I don't really like running TOS anymore. I don't know, there's probably other stuff too. You guys are more creative than I am, so I'm sure you guys can come up with something. So definitely let me know if there's specific things you'd like to see, either on stream or on video, and I'll see about doing that in the downtime that we have until Ilium comes out. But yeah, I think that is about everything I wanted to cover in this video. So I think we're good. Thanks again everyone for helping me reach 1,000 subs. Again, it's a milestone I never really thought I'd reach. I kind of just started this as a fun little hobby on the side, because Maple has always been, you know, a hobby for me. I didn't really want to make a big deal out of making videos. I kind of just did because people asked for them after I did my initial one, and it sort of spiraled into what it is now. So it's really cool to see how much it's grown in the last 2 years, and I'm looking forward to making more in the future. Let me know, again, if there's anything specific that you want to see, either on stream or in video format, until we get Illium, and then once Illium is here, I'll have a lot to do, obviously. So thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you guys next time.